found you. Okay. I have to be very careful. You are an ancient artifact, and I need to take you from the British Museum. I'm talking to you because I'm very respectful of all ancient artifacts, and I feel like, the British Museum ends up having a few too many things that aren't British, and they like to think that perhaps, giving back these sort of artifacts, giving back these things to the people, who they belong to, they probably think that they're savages who don't know how to take care of it. But in fact, that's just plain racism, right? So I'm just here to right some wrongs and make sure that we end up taking you back to your people. Okay, so you have a lot of little bits and bobs on you. You have a lot of traps, a lot of stuff. So I am going to have to, do my inspect you, right? So I don't want to trip off the alarm. So I'm just going to okay. So you have a nice sort of counter trap there. I'm going to need to have some weights. And then there is some, okay, I can feel right there and right there. I think both those two spots there's a constant pressure right there. I'm going to need to click that open. And then I think if I take you, I need to put something in, very Indiana Jones style. The British Museum, they don't have a lot of really original ideas. It's just sort of, I need to write these down though, because if I don't, then I'm at. So step 1 is simply the counterweight. And then step 2 will be the pressure plates. 3, of course, will be that. And then I need to make sure I'm wearing gloves during it. That's going to be pretty important, for sure. And then I see a spot on you, I think right there. Is it right there? Okay. That is going to be where I need to file a little bit, because they've very purposefully made this sort of encasing that you're in. The hole is just slightly too small, right? And the idea is that, people can potentially, it gives it some air, but you're not supposed to be able to take it out. So I'm going to have to file that a little bit. So I'm just making sure, right? But all of this is standard procedure. I did get in here. The British Museum, security is not that hard, to be honest. It's kind of easy. So just making sure. Okay. So I think the first step that I want to do here, I want to make sure that, gloves first. I think that is important. I don't want to actually leave any fingerprints. All of the touching I did beforehand, that doesn't count. So I'm just going to get some gloves in here. Yeah, all the thieves are wearing these. To be honest, I think that it's a little bit of a fad. But, sometimes I like to follow some fads, because I do think that, trends are there for a reason. People end up liking them. So, and if some of my peers in the thieving community, if they really want to, really uplift sort of inclusive brands for gloves and for thievery, I think that's very awesome. So first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to need to place some tape, because there's pressure here, and to unlock it, it will release that pressure, and I think it's going to set off an alarm. So I'm going to tape it so that when I do release it, it won't actually have any of that pressure. Okay, so this thing is okay. Just going to place that here, so stay still, please. I know I'm saying that to you as if you can't stay still, but in fact, you are an inanimate object. But I do feel a presence within you, right? I do feel like there is, someone is listening. And just know that I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, but because you are in the British Museum, they tend to look at things from a very Occident lens. I think that, when it comes to how they view these items, they tend to orientalize the sort of the narratives, right? So I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm trying to be respectful, even if I am incorrect in my understanding, okay? So I got those two down right there. Next, what we're going to have to do, I'm seeing that there is a substance. And I wrote this down in my notes. There's a little bit of a substance. I wasn't sure what it was, but I think that substance is mainly there so that when I do end up moving your encasing, it burns my fingers, right? So I'm going to have to neutralize it, right? I think if I try to scrape it off, if I try to do anything to remove the substance, what's just going to end up happening is that it's going to trip up another alarm, right? So I need to neutralize it. So I'm going to have to use this. It needs to be aerated. So yeah, I decided to become a thief. And to take these things and give them back to their rightful, give them back to the rightful places that they belong to. Mainly because I came to the British Museum on like a little tour, and when I saw all the things, I was like, I thought I was going to learn about British people, but it's hardly anything British in there. It's more like they plundered a bunch of stuff, and then they were like, look at what we found. Alright, so let us... I'm just going to put a few drops just all across the line here, so just... Okay, and then down at the bottom I'm going to put a line. Okay, so let me just rub that in. Because then, yeah, I think it is neutralizing it, but it's not enough. So I'm going to need a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to go vertically this time because I think that we're just missing a little bit of it. Okay. Then over here. Okay. Then I'm just going to... Let me put this back. I'm just going to... Okay, just rub that in. Yeah. Perfect. And then rubbing that in. Okay, it's neutralizing it perfectly. Okay, and then next what we're going to do is some counterweights, right? So I do have this bag, and it has all different weights in little rock-sized pebbles. You do have a complicated system around you, but no need to worry. I have got it. Okay, so first you have sort of like a circle around you, so I'm going to need to place a bunch of weights all around so that I can get the encasing off of you. So just placing these. Okay. Number 2 here. 3 here. Okay. 4. And 5. I believe there's up to 8. So we're going to have to do a couple more here. 6. Yeah, see, I can see that this one, it's very interesting because I can see how each plate is a little bit different. And after this is one more. One more. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so if I look at that, I think it's good. So I should be able to just lift this up. So, and up we go. And okay. Okay. Now that's up, we're going to need to do some filing. I cannot do that with the gloves on because it's going to contaminate the gloves. I'm going to have to use this file to open it up a little bit and get you out, okay? So, just trying to... Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I really hope that this catches some of the attention of the people that need to understand that it's just, you know, it's always a debate. You know, it's a debate whether, oh, should we return these things that we, you know, took while we colonized other places? It's like, oh, I don't know. Will they be able to take care of it? Will they be able, you know, it's sort of like when, I don't know, you know, this is why I'm doing this, you know, and, you know, I talked to my thievery, like my brethren and my sisterin, about it, and, you know, they're very supportive, but, you know, a lot of them just don't understand. You know, a lot of them end up doing a lot of very simple thievery. Sometimes it's for the greater good, sometimes it's not. You know, we tend to not think too hard about that, because, you know, we're sort of we're all banded together in the art of thievery, not necessarily the goals of our thievery, right? Some of them do it because they don't have any money, and, you know what, good for them. Some of them do it because they feel like it's a thrill. Who's to say if I should say something, but, you know, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think the hole is big enough. Let's see here. If I just... Here, I'm just looking at the... Okay, I think it's big enough. So what we're going to have to do now is, because I filed it open, there is a lot of dust around, and that's not going to do. It's not going to do at all, right? So, and I think this is on purpose, right? What they've done is that they've made the hole small. If you file it bigger, make it bigger, there's going to be fragments. There's going to be little either dust or little pieces that they're going to be able to use as evidence, right? So what we're going to have to do is burn the dust away. This is very simple, very easy, and it's not going to hurt the artifact at all, I don't think. But you know what? It's better for you to get hurt than, you know, for you to stay here. Who wants to stay here? So just, there we go. I think this is good. So I'm just going to, okay, moving it to the side here. It's getting all, okay. Yeah, getting all the little dust here. Getting all the dust here. Making sure I get the bottom here. And then the top. Yeah. Okay. And then, you know, I know that fire isn't very pleasant for spirits, and I don't know how many spirits are in you, so I'm not going to do this for too long because I don't want to make you upset. But if you like it, then maybe I could, you know, let me know. Let me know if you like it. I don't know how you'll let me know, but just let me know. Okay. Okay. Is that good? Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so there is only the titular thing left, which is to grab you, right? So let's go ahead and grab you. So I have my hands on you right now, but if I move you, are you going to set an alarm off? I cannot tell. I think you... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to replace... I'm going to put this in place of you, okay? So I'm going to do a quick swap here in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Good. I think you are wonderful. And I think that you deserve to be with your people. So, what I'm going to have to do here is give you a little wipe. Surely this will not damage anything about you. Now we'll just put you in my bag. And I will head off. So if there are any spirits here left, I know that you can follow along. We'll be leaving soon. But if you don't want to, if you want to stay here, if there are other artifacts, I will come back, okay? So give me a sign if you want me to come back and steal some other artifacts. That will be all good and dandy, and I'm happy to do it, okay? Okay. Okay, then. Well, if there are any spirits, then